Okay, we're back for another video, just like I promised. I didn't think I'd make one this soon, but I posted a video a couple days ago and I have almost 10 views. So I got to give the people what they want. I'm going to show my enclosed garden that I built and pretty much completed last year, although I didn't get the top on it until this year, and I still have a few other things to button up. But basically, we've got, this is 1/2-inch hardware mesh, which will certainly, and it's on the top too, will certainly keep all the critters out, including even squirrels. Can't even get through that. They might be able to get through like cracks in the door and such, but for the by and large, it'll keep them out. And my theory is that it'll keep the cabbage moth out too. So everything you're looking at from like that corner all the way across here, those are all cabbage, and then we get into broccoli, and then we get into cauliflower, right to about right there. That's along that. The outer wall is our brassicas. The cabbage moth, if you've seen in other videos, just destroys my brassicas. So that's my working theory, to see if I can actually have these things actually head up and have food that we can eat. The cabbage is going to be largely for the chickens. They love cabbage. We don't really eat much cabbage in their house, but that'll save me on my food bill. So just kind of we'll start over here. Got some peppers here of different varieties. These are onions that I grew last year that I'm just going to wait and try to save seed from that. This is spinach that I've already harvested and has bolted. So I just left a few plants there that I maybe will be able to save seeds from. This is shade cloth that's shading out. I have it actually attached down here, but shading out my lettuce some. So hopefully that will last a little longer. We're actually going on vacation here in the next week, so we're hoping that we'll still have lettuce when we get back. But basically everything that's behind here is lettuce, and then again you get to cabbage, and then an occasional like dill here, or maybe you'll find a cilantro in there just to sort of throw the scent off to any pests that do get in here. All cabbage until you get to about here. These are broccoli. No heads of broccoli yet to show. There's a dill that's doing super good. The cauliflower, if anything, is the one that's not doing great. Okay, so the cauliflower starts right here. That's a cauliflower, and then all of these here are cauliflowers, which we do love to eat. So hopefully I'll have some success growing cauliflower. It will only be the second time ever that I've had success growing cauliflower, if I'm able to. These are peas. I planted probably 20, and it looks like about 5 or 6 of them popped up. So those will start producing pea shoots pretty soon. Those are sugar snap peas. Back here, I didn't mention that I do have a trellis for climbing, and those are cucumbers. If you can see those, that's a cucumber right there, 2 more that way, maybe 3 that are cucumbers that will vine up. Okay. This middle thing here, I haven't planted anything in it, so there's a lot of weeds. These are actually carrots that I planted last year that I am going to try to save seed from. They are what are known as a biennial, so they're flowering the second year, and after they flower, they'll put off seed, and I'll be able to hopefully save seed. So back here where I left off, the cauliflower ends here. This is 3 basil plants. The 4th one just didn't make it, so I plugged in a marigold there. These 2 peppers I just planted last night. They were smaller, and they were still in my window up in the house. So whatever was here, which I think was okra. I had 1 okra live, and then 2 others did not make it. So I just plugged in those 2 peppers there, and then the rest of these are peppers that are farther along. I did weed all this in the last few days, but I did leave all the lamb's quarter because chicken love lamb's quarter, and we're about to leave. So my daughter, who will be watching things for us, will have some lamb's quarter to grab. Here's a bigger looking lamb's quarter right here. It's edible for humans too. They don't taste terrible, but it's just a weed that we have prominent. That's lamb's quarter right there. The top is removable. If it weren't, then this whole thing could cave in if we had an ice storm or not. So I made it in 4 different. I'll walk around here. I made it in 4 different rectangles. They don't fit quite together perfectly, but I'm not trying to impress anybody with my building skills. I'm trying to grow food. But there's the seam where 2 of them come together. So it's basically 4 congruent, geometry students, congruent rectangles that sit on top, and then I'll be able to pull them off in late fall and just store them somewhere, probably underneath the deck, where they will not be exposed to the elements. And then it just has an open top over the winter, and it's not susceptible to caving in. Actually, the chicken coop, which I'll go over in another video, has a top on it too, but it's not this material. the rectangles on that are 2 inches by 4 inches, and I'm still going to thin it because last winter I did get some snow quite piled up on it, and I had to go clear it off once. Just from a higher vantage point, this is then looking at what I would consider the back of it, like so. And again, I'm not gonna do too much on video so that I just keep myself making them more frequently, keeping them shorter though. Thanks for watching. Have a nice evening.